Hello everyone, hello Samba world, hello YouTube. This is Felipe, o gato de salto, and today I'm going to talk about a Samba school. Say hi, Bast. Hello, Samba world. He's like around me all the time while I'm filming, and I have to keep petting him so he's not gonna start meowing. He actually just bumped into the chair and dropped you guys. I'm sorry. Basti, can you please behave? We've got guests to entertain. You guys are gonna be shaking all the time because my cat is kissing the chair. He just wants to kiss the chair and rub himself against the chair, so it will be a bit shaky for the next 1 minute or two, and then he's gonna go away. Now, I'm not gonna talk about one Samba school specifically, but I'm going to talk about, in general, what is a Samba school. I think it's important to start understanding the basics. You know, probably most of you who are watching this, you already know or have already heard about a Samba school. Perhaps you are part of a Samba school in your country, or even in Brazil, who knows. But I think generally it's important to remember the format of a Samba school and what they represent and what they're trying to achieve every carnival every year, to understand the different positions like persisters or international persisters or musa, so you can understand better what it means to be one of them. And that's why I'm going to start from the very beginning. A Samba school, or as we say in Portuguese, agremiação, Grêmio Recreativo Escola de Samba. It's basically an association of some sort. In this case, it's a Samba school, as it says in the name, association. So it has a social aspect, you know, it's like a club. You can actually be part of a Samba school. You need to apply, and you need to, you know, bring your ID and a little photo, like a passport format photo, and apply for a membership. So this is the first thing that you should probably know, is that people actually choose to be part of a Samba school. Usually, especially in Rio, but also in São Paulo, the Samba schools are in most of the neighborhoods of the city. So because there is this social element about a Samba school, they also offer social activities to the members, you know, sometimes drumming classes or music classes or dance classes, even language classes or sports. You know, within Salgueiro there's the Olympic side, that's how they call it. It's right outside on the left side of the quadra, and they have an Olympic pool, they have a trekking area, they have a soccer field, they have a basketball court. So members can actually use those facilities, which is wonderful, you know, especially if we're talking about poor communities. And children who have to grow up and have no means to pay for those type of activities. So the Samba school guarantees, in a way, that these children will be given some sort of instruction or education of some sort, or even just a hobby, you know. And then, of course, as they grow up, they can grow into the school as a musician, a drummer, a dancer, or making costumes. So there's a very strong social side to a Samba school. And this is very important to understand, because then you understand the pride. Sorry, Bast, not the chair. Don't drop the camera again. So you understand the pride behind these people and how much they love their Samba school, and how that Samba school really is within their hearts, you know. Every Samba school has, of course, a name, an official song, a warm-up for the bateria, colors, official colors, an official motto for the school. There are many things related to the school that makes one feel at home. For example, If we talk about colors, I think everyone knows, but Mangueira is a very traditional samba school in Rio. Its colors are pink and green. Or if we talk about Salgueiro, my school, one of my schools, I've got two loves, their color is red and white. If we talk about Portela, also very, very well-known school from Madureira, blue and white. It really is fun, you know, when you have, for example, Salgueiro going somewhere and you see all the red and white. Red and white is also very popular. There's Estácio is red and white, Viradouro is red and white, and then or Mangueira, green and pink. And then if you go to a rehearsal in the Sambadrome, you see that multitude of people wearing green and pink, and it's just so fun. It's just like the color of your favorite team, you know? Okay, so I think you got the idea behind the Samba school. Now, how is a Samba school divided? Well, if you are part of a Samba school and you watch a parade, you know, you will see different groups of people. One Samba school can have up to 5,000 components, 5,000 members. And all of those people want to parade eventually. That's why they rehearse every month. So they divide the people. When you see that school, basically the first thing you see is the opening commission, Comissão de Frente. Now these people are about 11 to 15, if I'm not mistaken, and they are usually classic trained dancers. And they tell an entire story through dance. Now we're talking about ballet dancers or Afro dancers or contemporary dancers. We're not talking about samba no pé, okay? And being part of the Comissão de Frente is also something that many people in Rio strive for. Many dancers, you know, not everyone wants to be a passista actually, but many dancers really want to be a Comissão de Frente. It's an honor to be a Comissão de Frente. There is a very, very strict audition. You have to be very good. There's a lot of pressure on the Comissão de Frente because it's one of the criteria that is judged by the judges and get points or can subtract points for the school. And don't forget, it's all about the competition. Most of the people within a school will be divided into alas. Alas da comunidade. A-L-A-S. Alas in plural. Basically, the alas represent an aspect of the theme of this general subject that is being played that year. You know, so you have people dressed sometimes as a tree or whatever. One of the big costumes and the very imponent costumes, very rough costumes. I'm not going to say imponent. Very rough costumes. They are for the alas. Alas are people, like the people go on the floor. They parade. They walk, and they usually celebrate and dance along like this because their costume is heavy. It's big. There's not much you can do there. It's not for movement, it's for show. And everyone within an ala has the same costume. Okay, this is very important. So, if you want to be part of an ala, you can be ala da comunidade, and if you're a member of the school, you don't pay for your costume, or you can go into a commercial ala and pay for your costume and parade. Now, another group of people, very big group of people within a samba school, and probably the most important one, is the bateria. The bateria are the musicians, they are the drummers. They can be between, I think, 300 and 500 musicians or drummers in one bateria section. One mestre, usually one queen, things are changing. And they are the heartbeat of the body of the samba school, you know, especially the surdos, the boom, 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 boom. And when you hear that already, your heart aligns. It's just the most fantastic feeling ever. So the bateria, it's also divided into different sections because there's a lot of instruments. I will make a video about that in the future, about the instruments within a bateria, how to listen to them, how to dance onto them. But yeah, there are different sections, different instruments, and therefore they also have different directors. So they have one master who is in front, Sorry, that was my cat making you shake. One maestro in front, and then the directors coordinating the different instruments, you know? So, yeah, very important for you to know. Perhaps there's the batteria and then directors of the batteria. Moving on. So, if you have the musicians playing music, you have dancers. Now, most of the people, as I said, they are divided into alas, but there's one ala, or perhaps two, depending on which school, that is an ala of dancers. Now, the dancers who just do samba no pé, sort of freestyle, and have perhaps a tiny bit of choreography, they are called persisters. So the persisters are basically a group of people together dancing freely samba no pé. I will make another video about that too. The condition to be an ala is that everyone's wear the same costume. Exactly the same for persisters. Every persister is wearing exactly the same costume as the person next to him or her. The only difference is that male persisters have a different costume than female persisters for obvious reasons. Now, technically, our costumes are supposed to give us a lot of free space and allow us to move and express, but normally the costumes for persisters, especially in the special group, that's the AA Liga, they are very heavy, have lots of elements, and it's actually quite difficult to dance in them, especially if you want to, you know, do something elaborate. So you don't really have much choice. You can perhaps turn once, but you can't do any sequences usually, and all you have to do is dance samba no pé, also because the costume sort of stops you from doing more, which is a nice thought. Moving on, another great part and section of a samba school is one of my favorites, is the ala das baianas, or just baianas. Baianas are usually elderly women, but that's not the rule. Sometimes young women participate as well. And they are, in my opinion, like the mothers of the school, you know. They are women who are really respected within the school. And they wear these amazing costumes. They're like super huge and round, like a big dress with a very, very large skirt, very round skirt. And they dance by turning. So basically they just do a little bit of afro arms like this, and then they turn and spin and spin and spin, especially when the chorus comes up, and it's so beautiful to watch them spin. There's such a happiness to the way they dance and their expression and how proud they are to be a baiana as well. Okay, I cannot speak about a samba school and the representation of a samba school and the different members of a samba school without talking about Mestre Sala e Porta Bandeira. Mestre Sala, master of ceremony, Porta Bandeira, the flag bearer, and they are the couples, you know, they represent the school. They are the embodiment of the school, you know. She carries the flag of the school, and he courts, the flag courts her and presents her and the flag to all of the spectators. I have a deep respect for every Mestre Sala Porta Bandeira. They train very hard. The dresses of the Porta Bandeira sometimes are over 30, 40, 50, 60 kilos heavy. So they're very, very, very heavy. Usually within the samba school there are 3 of them. The first couple, second couple and third couple. Why? Mestre Sala and Porta Bandeira are also a criteria that is judged during the parade. So if something happens to the first Mestre Sala or the first Porta Bandeira or both, the second one can jump in, and then the third one can jump in. They're basically reserve couples. Another group of people that usually are to be seen in a parade is called the velha guarda. Now these are really the elderly of the schools. They are the grandmothers and the grandfathers of the school. They've been there for a very, very long time. They're deeply respected within the samba school, and they are a joy to watch because they sing, they dance, they are super proud, they do the Samba no pé dance. It's amazing to watch the Velha Guarda. They usually come at the end of the parade, not all the time, but usually. And they don't wear big costumes. They are usually very elegantly dressed with let's say a white suit and a shirt in the color of the school, a little malandro hat, or a flower in the color of the school for the women. And they represent a lot, you know. The Velha Guarda is extremely important within a Samba school. Okay, and finally, another group of people that I would like to mention before closing up this video is the Harmonia. Now, the Harmonia, they are the directors of every single ala, or every single group of people, or every single float. Basically, they just have a white shirt written Harmonia in the back, sometimes with a microphone or a radio or something, and they are extremely important because they make sure that the whole parade is working and everyone is moving forward and no holes are happening or things are stopping, you know, because it's a parade. It has to move on. If you are parading with the Samba school in the near future and you are part of an international passista ala, for example, and you are in one of the corners or you are somewhere and those people scream at you, don't take it personal. They scream a lot because they're trying to work for the greater good, you know. So they will scream at you like "move on" or "sing" or "dance" or whatever. Like they get very aggressive. They scream at you, but it's fine, you know, because perhaps if they're screaming at you, it's probably because you're not singing and the judges are right there, or you are hanging back too much and the line is not formed, so you are destroying the harmony of the ala. So they're doing their job, don't take it personally, but they are extremely important people inside a Samba school. So that's it, that was a very brief insight into a Samba school. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave your thumbs up. Do leave a comment, ask me questions if there is anything you want to know, or perhaps suggest something that you would like to know about that I can record in future. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.